Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Sachinandana Jai Sachinandana Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hare Jai Sachinandana Jai Sachinandana Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hare Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Radha Giridhari Radha Giridhari Radhe Jaya Radha Nila Madhav Radha Nila Madhav Radhe Jaya Radha Nila Madhav Radha Nila Madhav Radhe Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jayam Vishnupada Paramhansa Paribrajakacharya अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद अभय चरण अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय जयम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय श्री रूप श्री सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्रीजीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षडगोस्वामी प्रभु की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्यामकुंड राधाकुंड गिरिगोवर्धन की जय वृंदावन मथुर धाम की जय गंगा माई जमुना माई की जय भक्ति दिव्य तुलसी महारानी की जय श्रीक्षेत्रपुरी धाम की जय नवद्य मायापुर धाम की जय समवेत गौर भक्त बिंद की जय जय निताई गौर प्रमानंद हरि हरि बोल ऑल ग्लोरीज टू सिंबली बॉडीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू सिंबली बॉडीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू सिंबली बॉडीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू सृष्टि गुरुवान गौरांग ऑल ग्लोरीज टू श्रील प्रभुपाद
Maharani ki jai. Vaharshana Bali ki jai jai jai. Okay. Wow. That's enough to spiritualize anybody. Okay. Whew. Bites. Whew. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Start reading. Share better. Please enter your access code followed by access code or phone number you have dialed. If you are the host, press star now. The host has not arrived yet. Please wait. Please enter your PIN followed by. Thank you. This line is now off hold. There is one other participant in the conference.
Okay. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hey Gopi Jana Ballabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janabalaba Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Shri Radha Madhava Astasaki ki jai Chaitanya Chandradaya Mandir ki jai. Yeah. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devyam Sarasvatyam Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayat Nasta Prayashu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we're on Canto 10, Chapter 46. Uddhava visits Vrindavan, and we're starting with text 20, right? 20 to 24? Yeah, okay, so I'll do 20 first. Dav ag nervata varshach cha vrisha sarpach cha rakshita duratyaye byo mrityubhya krishnena samahatmana. So Nanda Maharaj says, we were saved from the forest fire, the wind and rain, the bull and the serpent demons, from all such insurmountable deadly dangers by that very great soul, Krishna. It's kind of like a Lila Smaranam, huh? Okay. In 2021, Smaratam Krishna Viryani Lila Panga Nirikshitam Hashitam Bhashitam Changa Sarvana Sitila Kriyaha. As we remember the wonderful deeds of Krishna performed, as we remember the wonderful deeds Krishna performed, his playful sidelong glances, his smiles, and his words. O Uddhava, we forget all our material engagements. Okay. Do the Brijbasis have material engagements? Who was it? Brahma said that. Brahma said we're very proud of being the demigods, that we control everything. But he said these people have given everything, their homes, their paraphernalia, their own families, themselves to Krishna. So we have absolutely no control over them. Like that. Very interesting. So they're forgetting their certain kinds of activities. Yeah. Okay. And then 22. This is nice. Sarich Chaila Vanodesham Mukunda Pada Bhushitam Akredan Ikshamananam Manoyati Taratmanam. Okay. Yeah. When we see the places where Mukunda enjoyed his sporting pastimes, the rivers, hills, and forests, he decorated with his feet, our minds become totally absorbed in him. What does Mukunda mean? Huh? That's one meaning. Yeah. Yeah, whose face is expanding like a mukunda flower, like that, and so on. So Krishna's face is very charming. 23. What else? Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj speaks good Sanskrit, huh? Nanda Maharaj speaks good Sanskrit. Probably was speaking in Brajbasi, you know. Manye Krishnam cha Ramang cha praptav iha sarotamau sharanam mahad artaya gargasya vachanam yata. Okay. In my opinion, okay, Nanda Maharaj is speculating now. He's engaged in middle speculation. In my opinion, Krishna and Balaram must be two exalted demigods. Okay? Because they have these powers, right? Okay. Yeah. Other people have powers too at that time. That was, Krishna and Balaram weren't that much like extraordinary because so many people had different powers. Ashwatthama had a crystal growing out of his head, like we have teeth growing out of our mouth, and Karna had earrings growing out. You know, it was like Bodhisattva. He could do all kinds of things that were great mystical to our perception now. You know? My friend Jai Krishnadas, he was in Florida, and his very aging mother came down to visit him. She was being taken care of by her sister. And maybe a couple of years ago, and he took her to a restaurant and was answering phone calls and took her to some nice place on the beach and phone calls, you know. And his mother said, how do they always know where you are? They're calling you. Yeah. So these mystical powers, not mysterious, if you know the science and everything else, you know. So, okay, maybe they're demigods. Okay, and now today's verse for chanting. Okay. Kanksang Nagayuta Pranang Kanksam Nagayuta Pranang Malau Gaja Patim Yata Avadishtam Lilayaiva Pashun Eva Mrigadipaha. One time Prabhupada says, first I chant, then you listen. He said, then you chant, and I listen. This is hearing and chanting. So when you're chanting the verse, sometimes the tendency is to get your chanting is so fast that people can't even respond before, you know. So chant and listen. And if people haven't got it, chant it again until they got it properly. Yeah, it's very purifying. Yeah. Any psychologist, any theater expert would tell you this is a very powerful process. It's yoga. Okay, Boliye. Kangsang Nagayuta Pranam Malau Gaja Patim Yata Abadistam Lilayava Pashu Eva Mrigadipah Kangsan Nagayuta Pranam Malau Gaja Patim Yata Abadhistam Lilayaiva Ashtumiva Mrigadipaha Kangsam Nagayuta Pranam Malau Gaja Patim Yata Abadistam Lilayaiva Pasuniva Mrigadipa Kangsan Nagayuta Pranam Malau Gaja Patim Yata Abadistim Lilayaiva Pasumiva Mrigadipam. Ladies? Kangsam Nagayuta Pranam Malau Gaja Patim Yata Abadhistam Ilayaiva Parshumiva Mrigadipaha Kangsa Nagayuta Pranam Malau Gaja Patim Yata Avadistam Lilayaiva So we see there's combined words here, right? Maybe Naga Ayuta is one. What else we got? Lila Yaiva, right? Mriga Adipaha. Yeah. We learning Sanskrit. Just pick it up. Can't do it like a 5-year-old, but can do something. Okay. Kangsam Kangsa. naga of elephants. Where's it go here? Ayuta 10,000. Pranam, whose vital strength, Malayao, the two wrestlers, Chanura and Mushtika. Yeah. Gajapatim, the king of the elephants, Kuvalayapida. Yata, inasmuch as. Yeah. Abadishtam, the two of them killed. Lilaya, as a game. Eva, simply. Yeah. Pashun, animals. That comes from the word animate, animal. Animal means that which moves. So trees are not animals. Okay? Eva, as Mriga Adipaha. Mriga Adipaha. I figured that one out. The lion, king of animals. Okay, so we can have a Walt Disney movie, Mriga Adipa, the Lion King, which has a Krishna conscious history to it, by the way. Okay, yeah. Translation. Okay. After all, Krishna and Balaram killed Kamsa, who was as strong as 10,000 elephants, as well as the wrestlers Chanura and Mushtika, and the elephant Kuvalayapida. They killed them all sportingly, as easily as a lion disposes of small animals. Please repeat. After all, Krishna and Balaram killed Kamsa, who was as strong as 10,000 elephants, as well as the wrestlers, Chanura and Mushtika, and the elephant Kuvalayapida. They killed them all sportingly, as easily as a lion disposes of small animals. Okay, so Papa Gidai. Purport by Hridayananda Maharaj, Gopi Pramananda. Here Nanda means to say, not only did Gargamuni declare that these boys are divine, but just see what they have done. Everyone is talking about them. They're on CNN every night. Today from Mathura, news that the two young boys from Mathura killed the Kamsa. Many people were critical of Kamsa's character. Huh? Yeah. Yes. There'd been a coup. Coup d'etat. Yeah. So, I mean, again, this is all, is this stories, right? I was the treasurer, temple treasurer, I was brahmachari, or vanapras, something there. And so I go to the bank every day, every couple of days, with all this money we were collecting. At that time in San Francisco Temple, we were collecting about $1 million a year, which was that what it was? Yeah. Which nowadays we're talking something maybe like about 10 million or something, $15 million. So I was a treasurer. Of course, a lot of it was coming in coins and everything else, and I had to carry bags of money to the bank and everything else, $1 bills and so on. Yeah. So of course I got to know people. It was interesting. So one time one girl was asking about, what's your I see you every day, and you must be a monk, okay. So I gave her like a little Krishna book, one of 3 volumes, little blue ones, remember those? Yeah, okay. Then I came back on Monday and she said, I read the whole book this weekend. I love those Indian myths. Okay. So how many times in the book does it say this is not a myth, I don't know if she read the whole thing or not. She may have just gone through reading the whole thing because it's so pleasing, it doesn't penetrate. You know? Most people live life very superficially. They're just reacting to external things, and some people are even more external than others. Some people, 80% of their consciousness is in their Muladhara chakra. They're conscious of defecating, urinating, and copulating, and then things related to that. Your mind is functioning in terms of how to, they have a job with some construction guy, they run a jackhammer all day, their belly bouncing up and down, right? For lunch they have corned beef sandwiches and whiskey. Yep. And you can work more. Some girl goes by and they say, "Hey, what a good-looking hunk of meat." Yes. Yep. So if they come up to the stomach, they have a stomach ache. If we're not even conscious of that, just a little bit. Then the diaphragm. Okay, now you're starting to be more civilized and fire. Like that. Swiss people don't like to talk about things below the diaphragm, right? But Germans, they'll talk about, yes, it's good essen, oh, like that, yeah, good eating. And Swiss people become, talking about their stomach, So where is your consciousness? So this is way beyond Brahmaloka, way beyond Brahmaloka, and now we're coming to beyond Vaikuntha Loka, right? Yeah, beyond Ayodhya. Okay, we're going, what else? Beyond Dwarka, beyond Mathura, beyond Dwarka. Now we come to Vrindavan. And now we're going, what is it? Now Ramananda Roy is going through these hierarchies, right? Where did Lord Chaitanya meet Ramananda Roy for the first time? On the bank of what river? Godavari. Yeah. And the first time he saw him, what was happening? Lord Chaitanya saw Ramananda Roy saw Lord Chaitanya. He was doing some ritual thing, probably because he was the viceroy for Maharaj Prataparudra in Madras, I think, area like that. And so he'd doing his rituals and stuff like that, And then they saw each other, and immediately they were way beyond the ritual reactions. I think they even embraced each other. And all the caste Brahmins, what is Maharaj in Maharaj here doing, embracing this dirty sannyasi, dusty sannyasi? And the sannyasi appears to be very beautiful, very pure. Why is he then contaminating himself, embracing kayasta, like that? So they could understand what was happening. They both calmed themselves down and, move back like that. So Prabhupada's example, for you see, was always in ecstasy, but he had to subdue it, because he was, an acharya for the common people. Rupa Goswami explains that the heart can be of different kinds of hearts. Some people have hearts like diamonds. Very nice, huh? Would you like to have a diamond heart? No, wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind it. Very beautiful, reflects everything perfectly, increases like that. Other people have hearts like ghee or butter. Would you like a butter-like heart? Okay, maybe you already have one. So yeah. So then when there's what do you call it? Vibhava, stimulation. Because we're not going to understand this. We have to already have gone through the southern part of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. You've already gone through that and understood. Vibhava, Anubhava, Satvika Bhava, Vyabhichari Bhava, and Sthaya Bhava. Yeah. How these things are working. He gives names, and they can give some indication, and we can see it, experience, and help us. And maybe sometimes I'm getting a little bit of that. Okay, it's real. That's okay. Well, that's bogus. That's contamination. Yeah, helps us like a roadmap. Roadmap is essential, right? But the roadmap's not going to get you there. You got to drive the car. But okay, watch it. The freeway is going to split here. Keep to the left. Keep to the left. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Let me recalculate the route. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. So Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is a wonderful roadmap for this. He's describing as best he can for our level. But maybe for Madhyamadikari, different people will respond to different things. So the Vibhava, okay, yeah. So in the beginning, of course, the heart is hard, like a rock, not a stone, not a thing. But as we become purified, or maybe better example, nice analogy is, I am a frozen green sponge. Okay, I am a frozen round green sponge. I am a frozen red square sponge. Let's fight. Yeah. Yeah. But you put them in a warm atmosphere and they both become soft, right? Yeah. And you can even stretch them so the square sponge will be the same shape as the round sponge, and the round sponge, okay. And if you go and do more austerities, you can squeeze the water out. And they both realize, I'm not a sponge. I'm water. Yeah, okay. More heat and you get, vapor, yeah. Well, I'm salty water and I'm, whatever, okay? Yeah, right. You got the analogy right, okay. So more pressure, and I'm not salty water, neither am I, So different religious processes, but going the same direction on different levels, yeah. So if we're coming to this point where we're trying to understand Nanda Maharaj's comments, to Uddhava, I mean, he knows who Krishna is, kind of like that. Who is Krishna? Okay, he's speculating. I think he's a demigod. You think he's a demigod because that improves your bhava, Yeah. And Gargamuni said so, yeah. And then also, look, everybody else is also talking about him now. And they're not just us little simple people in the village who are like a bunch of bumpkins who, are impressed by some card tricks or something. All these big pundits and big people in Mathura, And the whole world was afraid of Kamsa. All those demons, they weren't serving Kamsa out of love. They were serving Kamsa out of fear and greed. Yeah. Maybe a little goodness. He's the king, okay? But mostly, they were afraid of him, and also mostly probably feared, but also greed because he was rewarding them. He was a super guy. People were coming and complaining about his activities. He was killing people left and right, doing all this weird stuff, And but they would all become his followers, his influence. Not only just physical strength, but also manipulative psychological strength. Even Akrura came. He was talking very politely to Akrura and trying to convince him. Akrura was a big guy. He could talk to Dhritarashtra man to man. He was a commander-in-chief of the Sura, what is it? Krishna's done Yadus, of the Yadus? Maybe, yeah, from Sura Sena. So Kuru was a commander. No, Kuru wasn't commander. Was he commander-in-chief of the Yadus? No. Because Satyaki was commander-in-chief, Krishna's Senapati. But who's Krishna's father? No, I mean grandfather. Ugrasena? And he was head of Boja. He was head of the Boja. Yeah, he was head of the Boja dynasty. Huh? Yeah, and so was Kamsa. Both. And then he gave her away. Yeah, to Devak Maharaj. She was trying to listen here. And Kamsa was the most demoniac of all the Boja kings, for that phrase. So anyway, Akrura, but whatever it was, he was somebody's Senapati, which means you don't get, you don't want to insult someone like that, So all these people, Kamsa was just converting them to his followers and everything else. He was really, we should actually do a whole separate thing on Kamsa. Somebody favorable, one of his wives can write a whole biography of Kamsa. What a great guy he was, everything else. He had 2 wives. Their names were Asti and Prapti. Yeah, like that. And they were daughters of Jarasandha. Yeah, whole inner stories and stuff. Go on chanting Hare Krishna and we'll get realizations about how things looked from different point of view. And a lot of people were supporting Kamsa, bewildered by lust and greed, anger and lust. Anger and lust, fear. So then Vasudeva is starting to talk about this and enter into his own bhava. Nanda Maharaj. And so when we're coming to via Bichari Bhava, because Sthaya Bhava is our own fundamental relationship with Krishna, like that. There is Shanta Sthaya Bhava, Dashya Sthaya Bhava, Sakya Sthaya Bhava, Vatsalya and Madhurya. And those Sthaya Bhavas develop into prema. It's the same thing. It's just a little bit mature. The apple's green, it's going to turn red. Okay. It's just already fixed. It's an apple. Just a little more sunlight, time, fixed, So, Vatsalya Staibhava, matures into, prema rati, prema bhava, prema vatsalya prema. There we go, vatsalya prema. And in the relationship, it produces rasa. Rasa is the juice that's produced out of that prema reaction. Okay, yeah. So, what are the vyabhichari bhavas? What's the Sanskrit? It's three words combined. Vi, abhi, chari, which means? What does vi mean? What did vi do? Huh? Intensely. Yeah. Vi karma. Is a vi karmi. Yeah. And abhi? Towards. Yeah. Moving. Chari. Munatira vanachari. Yeah. So the vyabhicharis are stimulation which move us very strongly towards our Staibhava. Mother Yashoda sees Krishna wrapped up in the slimy coils of Kaliya, and so she starts saying all kinds of things about Kaliya's mother and stuff, and words that you didn't know Mother Yashoda knew, these words and stuff. Okay. Somebody has a camera going. And afterward, Mother Yashoda to see what she said, and oh my goodness, like that. Yeah. But it's very nice in that situation. A mother should, mother should act like that in that situation, but not continuously. Mother Yashoda is not walking around Vrindavan talking like a sailor all the time. No. These are the vyabhichari bhavas, are things that come out of the ocean, the Bhakti Rasa Vida Sindhu, enhance the beauty of the Staibhava, then go away. There's like 35 of them, different things like that and so on. So, and all these combine together to cause the heart to become soft. When we're chanting, we should try and chant with this purpose of chanting from the heart. We should chant with an open throat. Break up all the tension. So finally the chanting is coming. In karate, where the guy instructor says, you're kind of punching with your fists. You keep at it. You start getting your shoulders into it. Then finally you start coming from your whole body into it. And you can experience that. That's the way I learned it. Other people learned it for something else. A carpenter with a hammer. Some lady will learn it by making chapati dough. You got to put your whole body into it. Yeah. Well, what's my body? Then you go through different levels. The body you can see, the body you can feel, the body made of sound. Behind it all is sound. So we're taking to the gross levels, and we start to come to the heart itself, the manas buddhi, and the 10 pastimes, everything else, heard in the proper association of devotees. How's it go? Satam prasangam amavirya samvido bhavanti hrich karna. Yeah. You hear that an association of devotees has great potency, and one after another, these things happen. Liberation, ecstasy, prema, describing it. I think it's second canto. Sukadeva Goswami's response, when he asks him, what's the essence? Hearing and chanting and the association of devotees. Yeah. And of course, Uttamadhikari, hearing Prabhupada's tapes, everything else, reading his book, wow, then you can understand, this is how to chant Hare Krishna. How to chant Hare Krishna. So then, different reactions. Different people will react to the vibhava, the stimulation, in different ways. If you have a diamond-like heart, it won't melt very easily. Right? It'll just reflect it beautifully. If you have a heart like butter, it'll melt right away. So you cannot be an acharya for common people if you have a butter-like heart, because you'll always be crying and falling on the ground, and foam will be coming over your mouth, and you'll be talking in crazy ways. Look in the Encyclopedia Britannica, you'll find Lord Chaitanya in the Bhakti movement, and it says he was a religious epileptic. Even great learned scholars cannot understand, this and that. He even confessed himself and said it like that. So that's what common people will take, someone like that. They won't be able to appreciate it. So therefore, we can speculate, that Prabhupada had a more diamond-like heart. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes, yes. Sometimes Prabhupada would manifest, Atmasapika Bhava. He would become stunned, tears, jumping in the jumping in the sky. Yeah, he manifests different mystical things and also different bhavas. I remember one lecture I was listening to, a recording, and Prabhupada says, you can come to the temple and you can ask Krishna for something. He said, this is good. You're acknowledging the supremacy of Krishna. He said, but it is not pure devotional service. The Brijbasis, they never asked anything from Krishna. She's absorbed. I waited to see how long it took for the Guru Bhakti to look up. She didn't. After 15 minutes, she made, wait a second, the class is stopped. Yeah. But that's what happened on the recording, is that Prabhupada said that the Brijbasis didn't ask anything from Krishna. Then it became completely quiet, and then in the background you hear devotees going, like that or something. Then Prabhupada says, Chant Hare Krishna. Like that, kind of choked up, So yeah, what was happening? He was remembering the love of the Brijbasis, and he became stunned. When the Sweda? Not Sweda, what's it called? I forgot what it's called. Yeah, Stamba, right? Stamba, yeah. So anyway, Tamal Krishna Maharaj said one time he asked Prabhupada, he said, Prabhupada, sometimes you go into these ecstatic emotional conditions and we don't know exactly what to do, And Prabhupada said, I don't do it very often. Okay. Yeah, because that's, his job as an acharya and stuff like that. He has to control these things. Associating with intimate disciples who are sufficiently developed to appreciate it and not just take it as something I want to imitate or enjoy, Yeah, it's very advanced, Yeah, okay. But other than that, in public and everything else, if you look at the things that Prabhupada chanting Jaya Radha Madhava, like that and stuff, he's like, he's not on the same platform we're on when we're chanting Jaya Radha Madhava. Or another one, Prabhupada was in his garden in Los Angeles, and he was talking to some fractious scholar who was kind of arguing about things, not violently, but he was arguing, and Prabhupada was just kind of chanting, and he would go back and kind of make a point and kind of joke and tease him and like that and stuff, and the guy would say something, and Prabhupada would nod and chant and stuff, and then he was going and coming, someplace. One time Jayananda told us in the temple in where was it go? That was the first temple in San Francisco. What was that on? Stanyan? Wasn't Stanyan? Huh? Valencia was later, yeah. It was right next to the park. The one that goes right next to the park. Huh? Haight? It might, it's probably Haight. Yeah, it's Haight because Fell Street comes in and Oak Street goes out on the Panhandle. The next to the park is Haight Ashbury. Yeah, it's a very nice little place. Now it's a laundromat, which is very nice. You go there and get your clothes cleaned, Yeah, the devotees didn't catch it on time, like New York, So it was a small place, like this big or something. And Jagannath, those big deities were there up above, and they didn't have any clothes on. They asked Prabhupada, can we dress Lord Jagannath? And Prabhupada said, he already has clothes. He already has clothes. But if you want to, okay, He doesn't have to, though. He's very beautiful. So then they had these Christmas tree lights, that blink different colors, red, green, blue, purple. So what would happen then when Lord Jagannath, when the yellow would come on, something would come out, and so he was changing like this. So his hippies would come in on LSD and just they're staring at the deities, tell other people, wow, you got to go see the tiki gods in the Hare Krishna temple. Wow, psychedelic, man. Yeah. You can try that, right? Try it sometime when you're jogging out deities. I say it's really incredible. I've seen that. It's really incredible. Yeah. So anyway, he was there. And Jayananda said one Sunday program, somebody asked Prabhupada, what does Lord Jagannath look like when you're self-realized? And Prabhupada looked over at Jagannath, looked at Sarvabhauma, got a short haircut, got glasses, no rims, you know. He's got a kind of blue shirt, yogi pants, like that. He's just 4 feet on a kind of brown cushion. So it was the same way. Prabhupada just looked over at Jagannath like that and was just describing what he was seeing. He said, oh, you'll see a prince at Kurukshetra with full royal dress and ornaments, surrounded by princesses and elephants and secretaries. Nobody else was seeing it. Right? Yeah. So this is, right, the consciousness, you know, that Prabhupada was having. But he couldn't really manifest this too much in public because he had to, you know, do the job. So if you have a butter-like heart, it's going to melt right away. You can be an acharya for a higher Majjhima Adhikaris. They'll understand what's going on like that and stuff, you know. And also it's a good example. Maybe the public acharya sends you to see somebody who's like this so you can appreciate, oh, okay. Or in confidential moments, you know, Prabhupada dealt with people confidentially, you know, yeah. In ecstatic relationships, yeah. Yeah. Okay, and the example Rupa Goswami gives that, like, if we're trying to hide an elephant, right? Like, here's an elephant, hide it in the temple. Or maybe you might walk him into the pujari room or something. Maybe some hope, but not much, you know. But if I told you to hide the elephant in Houston, okay, no problem. Yeah. So same way, hiding these reactions in a diamond-like heart, you can do it, but in a butter-like heart, you can't do it. You know. So Nanda Maharaj is starting to receive Uddhava, right? And he's engaging in speculation. They're like this and that. Look, everybody says it. Yeah, they're a whole different world. You know, Nanda Maharaj doesn't need public opinion to convince him that Krishna and Balaram are demigods, right? Yeah. Is he convinced that they are demigods? Right? Yeah. That's an easy way to avoid accepting them as Narayan. Yeah. It's an excuse to avoid accepting them as Narayan. Radharani refuses to grow. Radharani refuses to know. She doesn't want to get older. She doesn't, whatever will enhance the bhava. In New Vrindavan, they were, doing all this construction, and they were using this, what's it called? Asbestos. What's it called? Fiberglass? Not fiberglass either. What's it called? Yeah, no, the stuff for insulation. This fiberglass? Yeah, okay, but it's not compressed. That's it. Okay, yeah. It's fiberglass stuff. And very good insulation. Boy, you're going to put that stuff in, it's hell. Excuse me, it's like, cut your fingers, everything else. God, I used to do that. Been there, done that. Yeah. So anyway, they were using that and stuff. And then one brahmachari asked Kirtananda Maharaj, do they have fiberglass insulation in Goloka? And he said, if they want to, yeah. Whatever increases the rasa. What time of day is it? Well, everything there is based upon rasa, how it develops and so on. So anyway, we're giving some chants, and the purports are very small. We can't really give much purports now at this time. Now you just read this, and if you're qualified, get some taste out of it. Mukunda Maharaj, when he was Mukunda, wrote to Prabhupada, I'm still having agitation from sex desire. Prabhupada said, you should read the story of Krishna and the Rasa Lila with the gopis, okay. And he wrote back and said, Prabhupada, sometimes it cools my desires, and other times it increases it. And Prabhupada said, use your intelligence. When it's increasing it, stop reading it. Yeah. So we can use these pastimes. Huh? If nothing else, like Kesha Bharti Maharaj, you just read through. I mean, you read Prabhupada's books for 45 minutes, you'll become pious. Shinvatam Swakata Krishna. Yeah. You become punyatma just by sitting here, even sleeping in the class. I do the same thing. When I want a good nap, I come to a Bhagavatam class. I go right to sleep. Yeah. And afterwards, I wake up refreshed. Sleep learning. Yeah. It has that effect. Even the Sanskrit. The Sanskrit is so nice. I mean, just you don't know anything. Just have the Sanskrit playing with the meters and proper, we call it raga behind it like that. Wonderful. They should play it in the subways. They should play it in buses and play it in airports. People don't tell them what it is. It's just very purifying music from India. Yeah, all the airports. Wow, the crime is decreased. Everything is better. What is that? Yeah. It works. It's very penetrating. And if somebody who's chanting the Sanskrit and knows what they're saying, you can feel that. We're doing Gandharva Veda, right? Singing, dancing, and drama. Okay. It's a tremendous drama history in the West, and it works. They know how to manipulate this stuff to get these different reactions and so on. They got some good theory and stuff. So a lot of the stuff we're doing, you can see it matches right up with their techniques also. Their techniques and stuff. Very technical science. Yeah? So, I forgot what I was talking about here. Rasa theory, Vibhava, subways. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. So one of the greatest, first there's Aristotle, and he had his whole theory of drama, came down, went off all the West, and then Konstantin Stanislavski. Yeah, every actor will know him. He's one of the big acharyas. He started his work right after World War I, before World War II, with the Moscow Studio Theater. And of course, they had opera and everything else and all this stuff going on. But he created a whole systematic process of training anybody to become an actor and to manifest the emotions, the sentiments. That's the whole thing, is that how can we manifest these things to stimulate the audience? Can the actor experience it because he's doing the things to stimulate it? It's a big discussion. You see all the discussions that they have in our history through Bharata Muni, Dandan, Abhinavagupta, Emperor Bhoja, on down to Rupa Goswami. The same questions, are coming up in Western drama theory because you're dealing with the same reality. Architecture is architecture. And so this you can very good pathway. You know this. I've done maybe 3 times programs at universities on full university program and drama schools and stuff, and they're very happy. Wow, this is very nice. How can we learn more? It's a very nice channel for preaching, preaching to drama people and theater people. Viola Spolin's book, you want a good book on it, very interesting, easy to read, is Improvisation for the Theater. It's in the 2nd edition by Viola Spolin. Maybe about 30 pages of theory and everything else, really good. Then all the rest is games, right? And the games teach you, how learning. The game is the best method of education, because you set up the rules and regulations. You can't break the rules in the game, right? Yeah. But after that, you can do whatever you want to do, as long as you don't break the rules. So it gives structure and control. At the same time, gives all the opportunity for creativity. And then you can introduce competition, so on. So theater games, and also in psychology too, different games and stuff. Very powerful technique. So they say an actor does his job with his body, words, and mind. A sannyasi carries 3 dandas, which represent service to God with body. Yeah. And she's talking all about, what is her ultimate deity. She says they're neglecting the real thing, which is we have to get in touch with the environment, with a capital E. The more you become purified, the more you become advanced in theater, you'll get in touch with the environment. You have to be unafraid. You have to surrender. You have to go out. You have to become bigger. Every door you open up in the theater becomes open in your entire rest of your life. It's really, read this stuff. It's very inspiring for how we're trying to apply bhakti yoga. Once you learn to relate to somebody in Kirtan, then you can relate to people outside in your ordinary life and stuff. It's the same thing. I've got to actually listen to the person. Okay. In the drama it says, Bob asked for a cup of water, and Lord Jeffrey gave him the water. Okay, yeah. Or something like that. Hamlet asked for a glass of wine, and King, whatever his name was, Claudius gave him a glass of wine. Yeah. So Hamlet says, "Give me the glass of wine, Claudius." And he says, "Certainly, Hamlet." Okay. You can go through the whole thing formally with no depth. You can do all the rituals, come here every day, come every Sunday feast, hear the same Sunday feast class, sing the same song, sit in the same place. It smells like you. Christian preacher. Yeah, he's talking about it, But you're making no progress. You made it to a certain level. Niyamagraha. Same realization. So what Stanislavski would tell these actors is, don't give it to him until you actually feel like it, right? Not just like as a formality. So Hamlet would say, give me the glass of wine. Please give me the glass of wine. And then the audience can feel it. There was a connection there. But what does that connection mean? That's, in theater, it's called the subtext. Nobody pays $400 to get a front row seat in the theater in London to hear Sir John Gielgud play Hamlet. Right? You can stay home and read it. I mean, if you want, it costs you nothing. Library, check it out. What they come is to hear the subtext, right? To be or not to be. That is the question. To suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of Kauravas, and to fight. You can toss Arjuna right into this. Everything matches up. That's why we do this. I mean, I can't stop it now. We're getting big Nobel laureate candidate people coming. Hamlet and Arjuna is like, but South America tried to stop doing it, getting tired of it, but they did, I got to do it again. National Library, head of the education, everybody else, poet laureate, yeah. It's because it's deep, yeah. Hamlet, all the world has cried because a puppet was once melancholy. Describing Hamlet, it's intense. You get into the thing, Anyway, he was Prabhupada said you can teach Shakespeare in the Gurukula. Yeah. Gopi Puranadana said Prabhupada gave a whole lecture on the Merchant of Venice one time in London. Wasn't recorded like that, talking about it and maybe the meaning and so on. Yeah. So this is it. This is drama. What we're trying to do, coming to the point of bhava, sentiment. To be or not to be. That's the question. It's just like, yeah. What is the actor doing? Yeah. Yes. So, huh? It's different. It's a whole different thing. Actually, there's a Marshall McLuhan, then is one of the big, my hero, guy of media. He studies media. And media says the media is the message. Whatever media it is in is a certain kind of thing. You can accept it a certain way. He gives certain rules of media. Everybody tries to use the new media to accomplish the work of the old media. Everybody was writing, graph, right? Graph, writing letters. And then came the new media, which was called telegraph. The distance writer. You're not a writer, but you try and force the new media to do the old work of the old media. You try and force the electronic media to act like a book. Yeah. But it's different. Anyway, he's a very good person. So many things that are happening now he predicted a long time ago, and understanding the communication environment and stuff. And Prabhupada was here, obviously he would be totally involved in the media and everything else, and getting our message out and understanding it and using it and rejecting unnecessary stuff. Yeah. So a movie is fixed. It's fixed. Whereas a live drama, there's interaction. But you're not going to get Sir John Gielgud in everybody's living room. I mean, these guys are, Richard Burton. These guys are just their karma, whatever. They can put it across. But it's very nice, yeah. And you guys talking puppet shows, great. I mean, should have like a little puppet stage here, fit someplace, and then this practicing. The thing is, the puppet shows you haven't got to memorize all the lines and everything else. You can actually have them, just you know them well enough, so a little bit of prompting you can do them and stuff, and a little visual effect like that, and Punch and Judy hitting each other back and forth. Yeah, I used to work with a puppet, Christian conscious puppet. Huh? He had dioramas. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Teachers will tell you every year people are becoming more visual, which means more stupid. They can't imagine anything anymore. They got to have an image like that and stuff. I explained something 5 times to one professor, gave 5 classes, and I did a PowerPoint show he understood it. Yeah, once the visual things were there, yeah, and it is different things. Yeah, so people who can understand by hearing and chanting, everything else, elevated people, Hanumatpresaka, yeah, drama. So Nanda Maharaj is now acting out, and I think Krishna and Balaram are, as a conscious intention. He said, I think Krishna and Balaram are great demigods come down here to service. Look, it's not just me. Yeah, everybody's talking about it. Everybody's saying it. It's on CNN, CNN, and they're still hearing about Krishna and Balaram, right? On the Brajmana Parikrama, they're saying all the media for the communication between Mathura and Vrindavan was all the flower girls. The flower ladies would come from Vrindavan with all their flowers, and they would sell them to the mala. The Vanamalas would sell the flowers to the what do you call it? The Malinis, garland makers. And as Bhadra says, ladies love to gossip, So all the garland makers in Vrindavan were asking all the ladies, what's happening in Vrindavan? And we heard Nanda got a really beautiful baby, and how do you show this? She okay? She's wonderful. She's happy. And today Krishna and Balaram did this, and really, and stuff. And so that was the. What are the 3 fastest forms of communication? Anybody know? Raise your hand. What are they? Yes, telephone, telegraph, and telewoman. Huh? Yeah, yes, yeah. Yes. You just your cursed ladies. Okay, yeah. So everybody has their particular body and everything else. Okay, yeah. Use it for Krishna. Yeah, get the communication going. Yeah. So anyway, that was the line of communication. Was the they call it. Vanamalis? Yeah, the forest flower ladies. And so it's still going. It's going the other direction now. Is that all the Brijbasis want to hear when the flower girls come back? What did you hear from the garland makers, from the florists? What's happening? So that was their information was coming from the florists. The florists were telling everybody what's happening and stuff. So many angles of vision on Krishna and Balaram. Different people are hearing different things from different sources. Yeah, the spiritual world, everything is alive. Your eyelids are alive. You can't close your eyes or anything else. And everything is a tube to Krishna, through different transparent by media. So tune on whatever channel you want to tune in on, like that. Yeah, yes, okay. So Prabhupada ki jai, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. Today at Goswami Academy, there's a graduation ceremony. Yes, Hare Krishna. Back home, back.